how's it going and welcome back. So we've got the sander all assembled. It's going to be the test run for you guys. See what kind of tweaking we need to do. Anyhow, so this is the Mastercraft 4x36 by 6. Okay, so 4x36 inch belt, 6-inch disc sander. This is a heavy beast. It's built out of cast iron. It's got a little bit of plastic on it, but who cares? But it's built out of cast iron. She's a heavy beast, and you can bolt it down. Not that you need to. This thing's not going to move that easy. But anyways, so a little bit of a tour of the machine. This release bar here is for taking your sheets on and off, and of course adjusting and tweaking things as you need to. Also, your traction wheel here adjusts your in and out or left and right alignment of your belt at this end. Okay. So, you do get an Allen key, a rather beefy one with this thing. I put it down somewhere. I know I did. This is the problem when I'm doing so many things at once. I'm like, ah! Okay, so, where did I put that bloody Allen? Oh, it's in my pocket. There we go. Ha! There's a blooper for you ahead of time. So anyway, so you've got this little miter gauge thingy. Now, the first thing I notice, okay, is don't assume anybody puts anything together right at factories. Okay, for the most part they do a great job. But this little bar here that's on the screw is going to have to be aligned. But first you need to align your miter gauge to your table to make sure that's perfectly square. Okay, this yellow mark indicates 0, which should be perfectly even. But you'll notice that you may or may not notice, okay, that how much it's shifted. Try and line this thing up, and all you got to do is pinch your fingers here, undo the screw, and then line it up center with that as close as you can get it. But when in doubt anyways, with any miter gauges, always line them to your table surface on the edge and you should be fine. So anyways, let's fire this up and we'll continue. So, one of the things you want to make sure of is that everything's tracking right. So you fire the machine up, you look. Now I'm on the edge here a bit. I'm like, you know, I'm still just on the inside, and I got a little bit more meat showing here. So what I want to do is I just want to shift this over this way, reclamp that back into place, and while we're at it, we'll shift this here. Fire it up again. Okay, now on any of these sanders, you're not going to get 100% the same amount of meat at both ends of the backside. But at the front, you can get it pretty even, okay? So when you're under power, that's when you want to look at it. While it's under power, that's when you want to look and eyeball this to be as even as you can. Take a look at your back tracking, see how that's looking. So I've got just over a 1/16 of an inch that I can see of the wheel on the back. And that's fine, even though we're seeing a little bit more here. We still have about a 1/16 of an inch here. So the alignment is actually, even though it's a little bit off at the back, there's no adjustment for that I can see in the manual, other than, you know, you just take the thing on and off, but they don't show an adjustment for the back tracking, only for the front. So I'm going to have to actually look a little bit further into this, maybe see what's happening, but it's not a problem regardless, and they never do line up 100% at the back. You will always see, though, that you've got some of your wheel here. That's the big thing. As long as you got some of it showing, you're pretty much golden at that point. And if you look along the edge here, you can tell that, you know, you've got quite a bit of meat all the way across. You have just a hair more, so it's kind of just a little bit of a shift. which is not bad. I mean, this is not a massively expensive tool either. This was like $129 on sale, regular $229. So you're going to expect a couple little quirks on any of these lower priced belt disc sanders. But if I do find that there is an adjustment for the back tracking, I'll definitely let you guys know, but I don't see any way of doing that. But like I said, there's a little bit over a 16th here showing, and this is even here. That's fine. You're good. Now, every time you change your belt too, by the way, not all belts are made exactly the same. They're not always cut perfect. So you're going to have to retrack your belt. Even if you take this thing off for any reason and just put it back on later, you're going to have to retrack it. So that's just the nature of the beast. So anyways, Allen key. Do not lose your Allen key. If you do, go buy a new one. On the back here, you got a bolt, and you're going to undo that a couple of turns, and that's going to allow you to lift the bed up, and then you're going to have to, of course, retighten it back up. And don't over reef this bolt. You don't need to. I mean, the clamping pressure on this thing is like massively amazing. So now we've got our bed up vertical. We've got a small work area, right? Now on the box it shows this, where this table can go on here. But it's not just a matter of taking this table off and then just slamming it on. You're going to have to remove that bar. And this is the bonus that I really love about this machine, is the fact that it has this capability. Now it's a bit of setup, but who cares? I mean, that's part of, you know, working with tools, and you got to set stuff up. Now, you're not going to need these two screws. They're only for this bar. So we're going to put those aside. You're going to find that there's a hole in the side here that's not threaded. And that's where this pin goes into. Now we've got an extended work surface. The idea here is, you know, some people say, well, if you can do all this, why do you even need a disc? Well, you need a disc for some things and different grit levels. Now you only have so many different grit levels of belts. And even at Canadian Tire, at least all they had in stock was an 80 and a 120. And that's fine, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm sure I can get other varieties of grits, but disc sanders have their purposes, okay? And of course, so does your belt surface. In your belt, you're going to get a lot more longevity of sanding out of a belt than a disc. Again, someone's going to say, well, then why do we need a disc? You need a disc, okay? You need a disc. It's for other things, and lighter things, smaller things, right? So if you need to hog more material and you want to get it down faster, well, these are peel and stick on the discs. This isn't, okay? And you don't want to burn out your discs by trying to hog too much stuff on them, right? So that's what this is for. Now the only thing I forgot to get yesterday when I bought this was actually a belt eraser, which is for cleaning all the crap off this. So I'm going to have to go pick one up today. Anyway, so now this increases our table surface a lot, okay? And of course you can still use your miter gauge too on here if you need to, you know, so you can just, you know, change your angles to wherever you need it, and away you go, you know. One thing I will also mention too is when I was setting this thing up on here, I noticed that the brackets, well, the bracket actually, for the table, I needed to shift it. And this is a keyed shifting mechanism in here. So you're going to have to loosen these nuts off. Like, you don't have to loosen them off majorly. And then just go either side here so you keep it even. Push them down, okay, and then hold it about here. And then retighten these nuts up, snug them up. Because when I initially put this table on, the edge of the table was actually stopping the belt from moving. You couldn't move it by hand, right? So no, I did not power it up. I just moved it by hand because I'm like, that's pretty tight. Because it was fine for the disc side. But now it's set up and it works fine on either side. But that's a bonus that you can do this with these machines. I don't recall the Ryobi supporting that, which didn't matter because the Ryobis, I had 2 of them, like I said, and they blew up like really super fast. I'm not joking you. Scared the hell out of me even when the second one fired up, and it was like, crack, pop, snap. It's like, what the hell? So anyways, gotta love stuff. But yeah, so very versatile sander for sure. I think, you know, not everybody lives in Canada, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you guys in the States, you guys got other places, other brands to deal with that are, you know, good and bad stuff like the rest of us. But for $129 on sale, this is a really good sander. My kid has the exact same sander, and he's tortured his. And he bought his for $50 used, so he got a really good deal. And it was in cherry like condition, like just like brand new. So he's quite happy with his score deal there. And even though I bought mine brand new, I'm also very happy because, you know, I also got it for $129. And you know, these things are like $229 at Canadian Tire. The Ryobis actually cost more, and I was looking at Ryobis again because I was kind of thinking, you know, like, do I want to really trust a Ryobi again? You know, it's like, no, I don't. I want to get one of these, and the TMTs they weren't on sale, and it's like I only have certain budget, you know, and I kind of like to stick with my budget when it comes to my tools, but I also want good stuff. And the one thing I do love about Canadian Tire and their Mastercraft stuff, most of their stuff is actually lifetime warranty, but some stuff like this is only 3 years, which is fine, you know, because for 3 years they're taking care of me and for any warranty issues, and they do have parts support, so, you know, if I do something wrong that's not covered, I can easily order up the parts, get the parts I need, and I'm golden, you know, so that's great. So there's our belt disc sander. A little test fire up for you. When I'm in here doing some stuff that I'm building or modifying, you're going to actually see this in use. You know, so you'll get an idea. And I am going to wait for a review because I myself want to push this thing a little bit. And you know, today is not the day for doing that. I'm still working on getting my shop organized. I've been actually putting outside walls, because these walls are fab green, well, if you want to call them walls, but I've been, you know, putting outside walls on the shed, fixing it up, you know, just upgrading this thing and doing inside work too, and I'm still not done. Meantime, I'm also collecting tools because I want to get my tools set up, and I'm going to have to build a bench for this thing because there's going to be my big vise that was sitting here. It's going to be on here, but this one I'm going to build a table for as well, so I have it set up where I need it, because I'm trying to set my shop up to exactly where I need everything so that I can get at it, and you know, with ease. And I'll give you guys a tour of the shop once I get everything going and organized. Yeah, so that's what we got for you. I'm really impressed, and I'm really impressed at this table being able to go on to the main area here. You know, and you only need this table in the main area when you're going vertical, but you don't even have to do it if you find that the stopper bar is enough for you. But if it's not, you can move the table there, and you can still get at your angles, because you can still do all your angles with this, even when it's mounted on this instead of in front here. So anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on tool reviews. We'll do some projects together here on YouTube. You know, I've got other videos that I do on my channel, and the weather's getting better, so more RC stuff's coming soon. So to my RC fans out there, weather's been really crappy, so I'm very sorry. But we're definitely going to be getting some RC stuff definitely going for you guys this summer, and hopefully a couple of new RC machines as well as I can do it. So again, thanks again, guys, and we'll catch you later. Ciao.